I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but there, hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy,
Damn, Usher!
and me was supposed to be a group. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you're gonna hate me for that, I know. Yeah.
Why did you say no?
I didn't say no.
You didn't say yeah?
I didn't say yeah.
You said yeah on the record, but you didn't say yeah to that.
That's the one. I think that we just got caught up. I think we all got caught up in a moment.
Guys, I've got a big one for you today. So, you know how Diddy has been hit with lawsuits left and right recently? Essay allegations, freak-offs, blackmail. He's got the whole rap sheet. Well, we all know that Diddy works closely with Jay-Z. They've always been brothers in the music industry, helping each other out and whatnot. But what if I told you Jay-Z has a larger role in Diddy's life than just his artistry partner? You heard that right. There have been claims that Jay-Z might play a substantial role in all of Diddy's sketchy dealings, and this is not the first time we hear about it. Not too long ago, Jaguar Wright went on an interview with Hip Hop UN, and she literally claimed that Jigga was worse than Puffy. And guess who's come forward to back those claims? None other than Usher himself. You know, the guy that spent years under Diddy as his protégé and basically saw everything that was going on behind closed doors. Wild, right? Well, that's not all. Apparently, it's not just Jay that's working alone. He's claiming that Queen Bee is acting with him as the evil power couple of the music industry. But all of these allegations are pretty wild. So let's see if we can back them up. Following Cat Williams' legacy, Usher actually did an explosive interview with Club Shay Shay, where he spilled major beans about his relationship with Diddy and Jay-Z. Although Usher has made a name for himself in the music industry, we have seen that his collabs with major celebs have gained him massive attention throughout his career. However, Usher revealed that at one point in his career, he could have reached superstardom, but the opportunity never actually worked out. During his sitting with Shannon Sharpe, Usher revealed that he was supposed to work together with Diddy, Jay-Z, and Pharrell, but even though they had discussed the project in detail, the timing for their major collaboration was never right. Apparently, due to some unknown circumstances, it just never worked out. Now, what he means by that isn't clear, but we can all assume what Jay-Z and Diddy were busy with at the time.
Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy,
Damn, Usher!
and me was supposed to be a group. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you're gonna hate me for that, I know. Yeah.
Why did you say no?
I didn't say no.
You didn't say yeah?
I didn't say yeah.
You said yeah on the record, but you didn't say yeah to that.
That's the one. I think that we just got caught up. I think we all got caught up in a moment.
Usher revealed that since the project was in the works, he was always attending secret meetings with these names. He confessed that he really wanted it to lead somewhere, but unfortunately, it never happened. He claimed that they got excited while planning the business and artistic reunion, so much that they ended up getting distracted. Although this opportunity was a no-show, Usher has actually worked extensively with each of the artists separately. The major takeaway from Usher's admission was that even his resume didn't reflect it, he was actually a part of Diddy's inner circle. Now that Diddy's has been getting negative press for the past year, it may be possible that Usher knew the intimate details of Diddy's rendezvous. Alright, so this ain't exactly breaking news, but did you know Usher used to crash at Diddy's pad for over a year when he was just starting out in the game? Apparently, Usher was still a minor when he bunked up under Diddy's roof. In an interview with Howard Stern, Usher spilled the tea, admitting he witnessed some wild stuff during his time with Diddy, stuff his young brain couldn't quite wrap itself around. On top of that, Usher revealed that after he got discovered, it was L.A. Reid's bright idea to ship him off to Diddy's crib to learn the ropes of the lifestyle. According to Usher, his upbringing after that wasn't exactly what you'd call normal. Now, we all know Diddy throws some legendary parties in the entertainment world, so it's totally possible Usher got an eyeful of what goes down at those shindigs firsthand.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man, Faith Evans,
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about
Oh. I was having a good time.
The child star even confessed that he used to stay up way past 4 a.m., allegedly partying it up at Diddy's legendary shindigs, but he made it crystal clear that after his experience, he wouldn't let any of his own kids anywhere near Diddy. Now, if we rewind a bit, there's another incident that set the conspiracy theorists' tongues wagging. It went down when Kevin Hart was doing an interview at one of Diddy's parties, and let's just say Diddy was really feeling the drinks that night. In his drunken ramblings, Diddy spilled the beans that he and Usher were like brothers in the truest sense, sharing a bed from a young age. Now, this admission stirred up some serious speculation about Usher's past. Some fans openly wondered if Diddy might have influenced Usher during their time together, explaining why Usher couldn't seem to shake off the Diddy connection in his career. And on another level, folks started worrying that Usher might not have been the only underage boy Diddy shared a bed with. While there's no solid evidence to back up these claims, Diddy's admission certainly didn't do any favors for Usher's reputation. Apart from his drunken confession, Diddy's former security detail, Gene Deal, had a few words to say about the situation between Diddy and Usher. Now, during the Club Shay Shay podcast, Usher gave props to Diddy, calling him a great mentor and crediting him for his career growth. But according to Gene, Usher didn't learn much about the business from Diddy. Gene claimed that Usher's praise for Diddy was actually a strategic move on Diddy's part. See, Gene suggests that Cat Williams' interview on the same platform kicked off a chain reaction that ultimately tarnished Diddy's reputation. Gene had this to say: "I know and people know that was around in that time that Puff Daddy and Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story, but how dare you say a man that conditioned you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know." Deal's laying it down straight, saying Usher needs to step up and publicly address Diddy's alleged shady moves. And to drive his point home, Deal dropped a bombshell of his own, recalling a seriously uncomfortable incident he claims he saw with his own eyes. So, they're posted up at the Swiss Odal, right? Diddy's got Kim Porter in one room, and in the big room outside the master bedroom, one of Keith Sweat's baby mamas is posted up there. Now, according to Deal, after Diddy's done with Kim, he strolls out in his robe, and the other woman's giving him some seriously questionable attention right there. Deal's revelations have got folks side-eyeing Usher's ties with Diddy, raising some real questions about what goes down behind the scenes in the music biz.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know.
Given the circumstances, it's pretty clear why Usher was singing Diddy's praises to save his own rep. Now, you might be wondering why Usher had to do that when Diddy was in the wrong. Well, let me break it down for you. In the rap game, there's been a long-standing stigma around anything that ain't straight. And on top of that, Usher's name got dragged into the latest lawsuit by Rodney Jones. Just a minute ago, Sean Combs, yep, that's Diddy, got hit with a lawsuit by music producer Rodney Jones Jr., aka Lil Rod. Lil Rod's accusing him of some serious stuff like SA, conditioning, and shady payment for his work on the Love album, Off the Grid, among other claims. Jones filed this lawsuit in federal district court in Manhattan. According to the lawsuit, Jones was cooking up 9 tracks for Diddy's recent album while crashing at the mogul spot for months at a time. But here's where it gets heavy. Lil Rod's accusing Diddy of some really messed up stuff, like grabbing his junk without asking, making him hire adult workers and get intimate with them, and even trying to push him into getting close with another dude. And get this, Lil Rod says Diddy told him it was just how things roll in the music biz. The lawsuit claims Diddy kept Jones on a tight leash by dangling awards, fame, and connections to big-time record execs. Later in the lawsuit, Jones drops another bombshell, alleging that he was made to knock back tequila shots laced with who knows what while he was chilling at a listening party at Diddy's crib in California back in July 2023. After downing the concoction, he claims he blacked out and didn't come to until 4 in the morning the next day, butt naked with some adult worker snoozing next to him. But hold up, there's more. Jones also alleges that because of his gig as a videographer, he was basically on call 24/7 to film the artist. Talk about being in the thick of it, huh? The court document spells it out like this. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Apart from all these heavy allegations, Usher's name got dropped in the complaint too. Now, they redacted the name, but there's a sneaky little footnote that strongly hints Diddy straight up admitted to getting intimate with Usher to the plaintiff. Yeah, you heard that right, and check this out. Gene spilled the tea that all the stuff Lil Rod's claiming, well, it's pretty much in line with what Diddy's allegedly done to Ja Rule and other girls too. Gene laid it all out in his chat with Art of Dialogue, saying,
"Convince this guy, or put him in a situation with other girls so he could do whatever he wanted to do with them." And it's just like the situation somewhat with Sarah and her girlfriend and him and Ja. It all sounds familiar, man. I read the whole thing, man, and it was crazy.
Now, it ain't just Gene talking here. When we dig into Diddy's past with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, the similarities start piling up even more. Let me break it down for you. Cassie took Diddy to federal court on November 16th, laying down some serious accusations. She accused the hip-hop bigwig of some really messed up stuff like non-consensual intimacy and a whole decade-long pattern of mistreatment that kicked off when she was just 19. Now, Cassie, who used to be signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records, dropped some heavy claims. She alleged a whole bunch of gender-based and ex-related violence against her. According to the lawsuit, Diddy's controlling ways started way back in 2005 when she first met him, and after she signed with his label the next year, he allegedly had his grip on every aspect of her life, her crib, her wheels, her wardrobe, and even her medical records, all to keep her on a tight leash. According to the lawsuit, Diddy went as far as targeting rapper Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie in 2011 during a rocky patch in Diddy and Cassie's relationship. And get this, just a day after Cassie filed the lawsuit, she settled with Diddy out of court. But as the smoke cleared, more accusers started stepping up, sharing their own essay allegations against Diddy. The lawsuit detailed several instances of mistreatment by Diddy, including non-consensual intimacy, battery, and forcing intimate acts with male adult workers. In the court docs, Cassie claimed that Diddy roped her into what she initially thought was a fatherly, protective relationship, only to realize she was stuck in an unequal, violent, intimate relationship. Diddy allegedly kept her in line through intimidation tactics, like blowing up a dude's ride, dangling a buddy over a 17th floor balcony, and even asking her to stash his firearm in her purse. She never went to the cops because she feared it'd just give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her. Now, even after settling, Diddy denied all the allegations. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Ms. Ventura the best. Despite Diddy's repeated claims of innocence, fans weren't buying into the BS he was spouting. In fact, many felt that his strong denial and swift settlement only reinforced the guilty verdict in their minds. And let me tell you something you might not be aware of. Even though the Ventura lawsuit got shut down real quick, there were witnesses to back up her claims about what went down in 2015. In her lawsuit, she mentioned multiple witnesses who saw the whole thing go down. One of them is her friend, singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, who penned an open letter to Combs detailing an incident that went down at Ventura's 29th birthday bash in 2015. Ventura and Red claimed that on that night, Diddy and his security team basically kicked Ventura out because he wanted her to get cozy with other dudes. Red even spilled that Ventura had confided in her back then about Diddy putting his hands on her. I feel compelled to show up for Cassie and myself and confirm that everything she described in her complaint about what happened that night is consistent with what I experienced. Now, get this, Tiffany, the same woman who had the guts to stand up as a witness in Cassie's case, has stepped forward again, announcing that she plans to sue Diddy herself. In a bold move on social media, Tiffany declared that she's taking legal action against Sean Combs too. Fans are pointing fingers, saying that after Red spoke out as a witness, Diddy and his crew started tearing down her career from the inside out. I'm suing Sean Combs, I'm suing Interscope Records, I'm suing Bad Boy Entertainment, I'm suing Epic Records, and I don't know who else. I don't know if my lawyer is saying there's anybody else that's in there, but those are the people that I am suing. I am suing for tortuous interference for all of the work that I have done that has been effed because of all of this. My work was effed. It was derailed. Tiffany Red continued cornering Diddy while she expressed her worries about Diddy exploiting Cassie's talent for years. She said, I spent years working with Cassie. Years. The music is incredible. It's all a fit now. It's got all this nastiness all over it. I can't tell you what I felt like when I found out this is what was going on. I can't tell you what I felt like when I found out that my music was playing in the background. That the reason why this guy called me an emotional singing bee because he was listening to a demo of me singing while he was doing God knows what with my effing friend. If Tiffany follows through on her promise, the whole world will be watching. And let me tell you, with everything that's been going down lately, some folks might be thinking Diddy's the worst piece of the industry. But hold up, that ain't the whole story. Word on the street is, Usher let slip that Diddy's just a small fry compared to some other industry big shots. He hinted that Diddy only got caught because he was riding high on his power trip and didn't cover his tracks too well. But you know what? These ain't just Usher's thoughts. Jaguar Wright's already spilled the tea that the industry's like a Game of Thrones, and right now, the Carters are sitting pretty on the Iron Throne ruling the whole shebang.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
During her interview with Viral Hip Hop News, Jaguar dropped some truth bombs, claiming that while Diddy's been handling his own messes, Jay-Z's got a whole army of folks ready to take the fall for him if his true colors ever come to light. Jaguar's been preaching this for ages. Jay-Z's been allegedly exploiting Beyonce's talents and supposedly keeping her under control with a cocktail of substances. She even threw shade, pointing out how everyone's been rallying for Free Britney but staying silent on Jay-Z's alleged mistreatment. And get this, Jaguar's claims got some backup from one of Jay-Z's security guards, who spilled that the Carters would stop at nothing to stay on top. Fans even speculated that maybe that's why Solange went after Jay-Z all those years back. Exactly. Jaguar Wright and others have also hinted about Beyonce being influenced by substances and forced to participate in humiliating rituals to keep her humble. It's also clear that Solange has distanced herself from Jay-Z, and I think this could be why. Alright, now this might sound like it's coming straight out of left field, but Jaguar dropped a bombshell claiming that Jay and Beyonce might have had a hand in Aaliyah's tragic passing. She speculated that when Aaliyah left us, Beyonce swooped in and snagged all the spotlight, launching her into superstardom. But hold up, Aaliyah's legacy still shines bright with her golden tracks etched in music history. Jaguar alleged that Beyonce might have crossed paths with some artists, but pulled strings to shut down their careers, and one of them was Carrie Hilson. Let's talk about Carrie for a sec. Back in the day, she was making waves in the music scene as a top-notch songwriter, penning hits like Gimme More for Britney Spears and Take Me As I Am for Mary J. Blige. With her pen game strong, Carrie gained major props for her work behind the scenes. But here's where things get spicy. When Carrie decided to step into the spotlight herself, rumors started swirling about her, allegedly coming for Destiny's Child alum turned solo sensation in one of her songs. Talk about drama, right? Just when Carrie's star was on the rise, these whispers cast a shadow over her rep in the industry. And then in 2009, things took a turn when a remix of her hit Turnin' Me On hit the airwaves. In the revamped version, Carrie dropped some lyrics that some folks took as a direct jab at Beyonce. In the song, Carrie belts out, "Your vision cloudy if you think that you're the best. You can dance, she can sing, but she need to move it to the left." While those lyrics might seem innocent at first glance, plenty of folks speculated it was a direct nod to Knowles' Grammy-nominated banger, Irreplaceable, where she famously croons, "To the left, to the left." But here's the kicker. Years down the line, Carrie spilled the tea, revealing she was pressured by outside forces to drop that track, and those lines were twisted to boost the career of a certain someone.
You know, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder and they make threats. And those threats are huge ones.
On top of all that, Carrie shed some light on the chaos, revealing she faced intense public scrutiny and carried a heavy burden of frustrations for ideas and choices that weren't hers. She claimed she was basically at the mercy of her record label, and the reality behind the scenes wasn't anywhere close to what was portrayed. Hilson went on to say, "It was written that way. It was not my lyrics, it was not my writing, was not my doing, but I had to pay the penalty." In another interview, Jaguar alleged that Jay-Z was involved in the demise of another rapper, Big L, supposedly as some sort of Illuminati sacrifice. Sean Carter: "I believe everything that Big L ever told me. He never lied to me. Lamont never lied to me, and the last time I was with him, he told me that you was gonna try to ill him. He told me not to trust you." Jaguar claimed that Big L warned her about Jay-Z and suggested that L's desire for Sean Carter may have led to his downfall. She expressed her belief that Jay-Z may have been behind the shooting of Beanie Sigel as soon as he returned home. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, Jaguar asserted that Jay-Z allegedly instructed the shooter to target Siegel's lung to hinder his ability to perform. Additionally, Wright alleged that Jay-Z was collaborating with internet server companies to hinder the launch of a website she was trying to create to revive her career. Looking at the bigger picture, it's not unfounded to think this way, as many individuals associated with Jay and Beyonce have faced unfortunate circumstances. Keisha Cole, for instance, experienced severe cyberbullying after she spoke out against Beyonce's perceived contradiction of feminist ideals, alleging that Bey knew about the situation but didn't intervene. For those unfamiliar with Keisha's comments, here's what she said: "Can't stand when people all self-righteous. When it's convenient, it makes them look good. Le mawal, but can still talk ish when convenient too. FOH. First, women need to stick together. Now B's better bow. Same age. But it's all G. Chicks stay shooting the ish." It's evident that Cole's career never fully recovered after the backlash she faced. Jaguar re-entered the conversation, shedding light on the darker aspects of Jay and Beyonce's relationship. She alleged that while Diddy may have been involved involved in questionable activities. Jay and Beyonce were profiting millions off the young talent they controlled, allegedly without fair compensation to the artists. There are rumors circulating that Beyonce has done unspeakable things to attain her current position at the top of the industry. Bey sabotaged many female careers. She has an issue with jealousy and has unfortunately done more unspeakable things. SMH, there is room for many talented females, singers, groups, etc. So, what do you think? Are all these wild rumors about Jay-Z and Beyonce justified, or is that all that it is, rumors? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.